Yo, we got the Zenith Space Command TV. It's got to be from the, I don't know, early 90s. Who knows? I'll check later maybe. But it keeps turning itself on and off. And it's worse in the summer. But here it is, like, getting close to December, and I just noticed it was doing it, so I wanted to capture it. Um, in the spirit of my channel, which is I don't have $1 million worth of laboratory equipment. There it goes again. But if it's something that can easily be fixed, like cleaning and check out that button and spray it down or look around for anything, it isn't even worth keeping at this point. But hey, it's a good TV. Let's keep it going. So I'll get into this and maybe clean it up and see what's going on with that switch, if it is the switch at all. $1989. Yeah, early 90s, late 80s. That makes sense. Zenith. Now, first things first is I got lucky. My tools are are not here, they're at my house, but we had this piece of shit that happens to fit these hex head screws. And that'll allow me to break into the cabinet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 of them that I can see right now. So let me get those off. There's Petey enjoying the sun on this late November cool day. Yeah, what's kind of cool is, like, unlike most things nowadays, you can actually get into it. There's no protective screws that you don't have the special driver for. Thing slides right off after you take off those 7 screws. Oh my. Oh my indeed. Let me get this off the stand so I can look at it. So yeah, my first take is dust might be the reason why this baby is turning itself on and off. There's the suspect switch. That doesn't look too dirty. Maybe I can get a closer shot at it, but at the very least, this could use a quick, light vacuum. But like I said, this TV works fine. For being, let's see, 89, 99, 2009, 19, 31, 32 years old. Let me break out the vacuum so I don't make a mess of everything here. Yeah, not the best vacuum for this. Let me put the camera down. This is what I use on my radio repairs, a nice soft paintbrush. And just vacuum as I go and just lightly just get some of the major dust off. Again, I need 2 hands. I was changing my laundry, man. We got this GE washing machine. Pretty much just ties all your clothes in a tight knot. What a shit show. Hold on. Yeah, so that looks a little better, no? I mean, at least I can see what I'm doing a little bit and got a lot of that dust out of there. I was very careful so I didn't damage any old components. Now the issue I'm having is that power switch and the volume switch all looks pretty well integrated into something that I don't think would get that dirty. This says something, disconnect cable before removing module. I think they mean you can get this whole thing out of the cabinet. I don't know if that means the, I don't know if I want it, that takes, I don't know if that means the screen too. There's a couple more hex screws back there. I have to think about this. Do I want to risk taking this cabinet off? I mean, what the hell, right? It's a 32-year-old TV, why not? Yeah, it looks like this entire, maybe not the speakers. Looks like this entire cabinet might come off, and I don't know if the CRT comes with it. I don't want that CRT to start dangling in the breeze if I disconnect it. It doesn't look supported by anything. All right, let me think on this here. Okay, so what they mean by module is I can take off these two screws, that screw, and that screw, and disconnect that cable at least. And probably those speaker cables. And then it looks like this slides out. I guess this is what they call the module. And the CRT is hard mounted to the case, so I don't want to mess with that. But it looks like there might be enough slack here where I could back out this module just to get to a switch that is pretty well integrated. So that's not going to help me. And while it might make for a interesting video that nobody cares about, I could almost just from the front and back of that switch, now that I see that it's not dirty and not real exposed to dust, I might just squirt that with contact cleaner. Like with all my other videos, it turns out to be a relatively simple fix. So yeah, I'm not going to go through I'm not going to tear this whole TV apart. That's in great shape. I cleaned it. Everything looks nice. I'm just going to hit the back of that switch up with contact cleaner, and maybe the front of the switch. Let it dry out, see what washes out of it, if anything, and take it from there. Yeah, so not only do I not have my wrenches and tools, but I also don't have my contact cleaner. That's at home. So I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol and kind of wash out the back of that switch. And I got a paper towel under there, not only to catch the overflow, but to see if any kind of schmeg comes out. And I don't have a turkey baster or anything, so what I'm going to do is take this straw and do the old, I'm 7 years old, capture some fluid in the straw by holding my finger over it trick, and then kind of getting it down in there. Now that didn't work out so good, at least the camera part. And because I was worried about the camera part, I didn't do the alcohol part well. Let's try again. I'm not really capturing it on film, but you get the idea. This straw kind of sucks. Let's try it again. It's probably gonna dissolve as I'm doing this. So I put the case back on so I can flip it on its back, and you can see a little isopropyl alcohol came through. So, and that's what's coming out of it. So it's probably 32 years worth of carbon and ash and pubes. Oh boy, that got pretty wet too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little more isopropyl alcohol from the front with the straw method, and just going to kind of clean up and let it dry. And you know, it'll be a while before I'll know if it's turning itself on and off again. And if it does, oh well. But Christ. But at the very least, she's got it cleaning. So, man, I think I inhaled some of the asbestos and all that crap that was flying around in here after vacuuming and brushing. All right, so let's clean this baby up. Let's clean out the front here. Let's put a little more alcohol on around that switch, not too much. Let her dry, and we'll plug her back in and keep an eye on it, see if it helps. All right, thanks for checking out this video. Ciao.
Dramatically impacted when Ebola was sensationalized, even though the many miles, thousands of miles away. You're going to see that again, and just as travel's recovering, what ifs, could be, and also here's what's really interesting. Botswana put out a release that said that the 4 people that were positive in that...
The screen's much better than it looks, but the camera is...
vaccinated. So that is a real
I don't know if aliasing is the right word, but it's picking up the frame rate.
Overblown, to be frank, at this point.
So yeah, that's not happening in on the TV. And the switch seems to be operating okay, but you know what? It's just going to take time to see if it's
how this shakes out.
Self-cycling.
So I think what you want to do is take advantage.
But at least I didn't blow it up when I plugged it back in or ruin it. All right. Ow!